Hello.
Hey, you guys. What are you guys doing? Thanks for joining us on this Saturday evening. And we always look forward to this. We look forward to spending time with you guys. So thanks for coming to our living room.
So good to see everybody. It's good to see all the people that are coming in off of all the different social media sites.
I know.
You can see we're drinking our Petite Syrah and Pretty Good for a Girl Rosé, Viva la Rock Petite Syrah, but we will kind of introduce a little bit about that later.
Yeah. So tell us what you're drinking. Some of you are drinking this. I know you are. But I see so many of you guys, Cece and hey, Carrie. Yep. And what's up, Marilyn? I see so many of you guys coming in, Laura. So thank you guys for joining us, drinking some wine and playing some music. And today's special. I've got a few cool friends in the world. You guys are some of them, but I got some that maybe you don't know. And so we have a very special guest coming in today. She's an amazing jewelry designer. I love her jewelry, and I just think she's the coolest. So, if you could spend a Saturday evening playing some music, drinking some wine, talking jewelry with a cool designer, I mean, it seems pretty perfect, right?
Oh yeah, no, her stuff is amazing. Well, the jewelry part for me, I got a little bit of this and that, but you got the rock and roll jewelry on. So I got more of the wine jewelry. It's wine country stuff.
She makes men's stuff too, don't you even know?
Absolutely.
That?
Oh, I know it's my birthday next week. It's my birthday next week, everybody. So,
August 4th, right there.
I'm size 33 and I love champagne.
It doesn't help you with jewelry. All right, champagne. I get it.
All right. So one thing I should mention is that you'll see me look down once in a while. We're using the laptop here, and I am the technical administrator as well. So
he's running the show.
As your chit chat with Mindy, I'm seeing all the comments. So please tell us what you're drinking. Please type it in. Someone just came in with Pinot Grigio. I just saw.
Mark's drinking Chardonnay.
Mark's drinking Chardonnay.
Nice,
Boston.
Tempranillo.
Yeah, here you go. Boston drinking Pinot Grigio. Pam. So
I'm not mad at that.
So as Mindy's entertaining you guys, I'm going to be administering the show, and hopefully it'll go fine.
Well,
if not, I can only blame myself.
You did spray champagne all over me the other day, and that was crazy. So you never know what's going to happen.
All right, so you're going to call me out on that. Let's check this out. So go ahead. Go ahead. Wait. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So everybody give me 1 second. Oops.
Wait, that's not.
No, that's the wrong button.
See, already. I don't know if this is going to go all right here.
I think I'm fired already. Wait. I got it.
How much have you been drinking? I only have that much.
There's the picture right there.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. I got it.
Our porch will never be the same. Oh,
this is what a wine expert does to his wife. Squirt champagne all over her. So we're going to try it again this week. So anyway, let's move on with the show.
Yeah, I have black on.
Yes.
So nothing's going to stay in this. It's all fine. Spray away. Okay, so Tuesday, next Tuesday, I'm doing in the backyard again with Peter White. And I know you guys have come in for the last couple of weeks with me and Peter, and it's just been so fun. There just seems to be these endless possibilities of music with Peter. And so every time we do the backyard now, we look at each other afterwards and we have a little dinner and we just say, ooh, what about this song? What about that song? And, we just go through the whole list of songs we love to play together and songs that maybe we haven't played together. Like last week, 2 weeks ago now, we did Bad Company. And so this week we got some cool surprises for you. Some some you've never heard us play. And so we're just having fun, playing music with each other and keeping each other going through this pandemic.
Well, and we got another English sparkling wine. So for those of you who saw the last show and the bottle exploded all over me, I'm going to redeem myself. We got another English sparkling wine that we're going to taste. And this time maybe Peter will get some because not all of it will be sprayed all over the house and Mindy. So.
Yeah. You're going to sit like Peter and go through the wine tasting for that one.
Yeah.
But we've also... You know what? We've all been shelter in place for so long. And I know, some of us got let out of our cage and then got put back in our cage because, things aren't going well out there. So I hope you guys are being safe. But we decided to create a couple adventures for next year with the optimism that this is going to be, we're all going to be in a better place.
Right.
So we're going to go to Sonoma, which Eric lived there for 15 plus years. When we met, we were, you were living in Healdsburg, and it was like this perfect little town. Every restaurant is amazing.
Here's some pictures I'm showing everybody on the screen right now. It's northern Sonoma. If you've never been there, it is really considered one of the greatest places to live in the world. These are real pictures of wineries. Mindi playing, of course, the 4-star luxury hotel in downtown Healdsburg. This is a single thread to the right there. It's a 3-star Michelin hotel. So this is going to be
Michelin restaurant,
sorry. And this is going to be like the greatest trip ever. It's like going home for me.
Yeah, he's pulling favors from all his friends and winemaker pals and all that stuff. It's going to be an amazing week. So
just hang with us and drink wine and eat probably the greatest food in the world, second only to Tuscany.
So yeah, Tuscany will be next fall. And already one of my girlfriends is playing in Italy this weekend, Lucy Woodward.
Oh, wow.
And she posted on Instagram, she's like, oh my God, they're opening up the country to music and stuff like that. So they're a little before us. So I'm excited. So
this is a picture, and this is a picture of the hotel. This is the best hotel in basically all Tuscany, right in the middle of Siena is where we're going to be the whole time. So if you want to come and hang with us there, you can go to, and I'll show you guys here, to our reservetastings.com/adventures. And you don't even have to sign up. You could just get updates if you're not sure how the world's going to unfold over the next 6 months. We'll sound out updates. And if you think that you feel comfortable about going at some point, then you could sign up and away we go. So
I think it's fun. I want to go tomorrow. I know we can't, but I want to go tomorrow.
No. We're sitting here in our house, and you have to play music for the nice people.
I don't have to play music, but I want to play music.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, so check it out. We've got such a cool guest, and it's just fun to introduce you to some of my friends that you don't know. You know my musical friends. You know most every one of them, but you don't know that I've got some really cool friends in fashion and art, and I love them so much. So this particular friend, Shannon, she's got amazing woman power. So she's so strong, and she conveys that strength through her jewelry. And I always feel cooler. I always feel kind of empowered when I'm wearing her jewelry. There's a lot of symbolism and a lot of cool ancient symbolism and stuff in her jewelry. Yeah. So I'm going to play you a song for her.
And we're going to try something new. Hold it up to the other camera. What? Oh, it worked. Yay.
What? This is her ring that says fortune favors the bold.
By the way, the ring's really cool.
Is that?
The wine guy figured out how to use 2 cameras. Whoa.
That's super cool. And one day I'll be able to get my nails done, but until now it's pas natural. So I'm going to play a song in honor of Shannon being with us today, and we'll bring her in a second. But this is a song from, hold on, I'm getting my saxophone.
I'm going to put you on the other cam. You ready?
Yeah.
Go to,
this is a song.
Do cam 2. Cam 2.
Cam 2. This is crazy.
Cam 2.
We've never had Cam 2. Hi, Cam 2. This is a song from the record, the East West Sessions that I did with the Bone Shakers, Randy Jacobs, and Third Richardson, and Rodney Lee, and Ben White. And, this is a song about woman power, and about someone coming up after a show and saying, "Hey, that's pretty good for a girl." So I had to poke fun at that, but Shannon, she's pretty good for a girl. Are you drinking out of the bottle?
No.
He's drinking out of the bottle.
Nope. I'm gonna take
you can't see that on camera, too. I can see it from here. All right, you ready? I'm ready. Now I'm just a girl, all sugar and spice, but my daddy said I didn't have to play nice. He said it's not about can to can, and I'm not trying to play just like a man. And I'll run like a girl, I fight like a girl, I play like a girl. Yeah, you know that's for sure. And if there's one thing that I know I'm pretty tired of hearing, that's pretty good for a girl. Now that's something that you just don't see. He said as he pointed right at me, she's not playing, no she couldn't be. And I respectfully disagree. I've got education.
What you got?
Appreciation.
What you got?
Imagination. I even got a nomination.
2 of them.
And I'm getting busy taking over the world. But then someone else said,
Yeah, that's pretty good for a girl.
ah. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, come on back to this
Pretty good
cam.
for a girl.
Nice job, sweetie. That was awesome. Here, I'm going to bring you back to this cam. We got a little picture of Pretty Good for a Girl wine up there.
That's right.
That's right.
My little microphone.
Yep.
That's what they used to set up when we had gigs.
Now it's me.
Now
So-
it's you guys and me in our living room, which is great. And we get wine too. I have never been able to drink this much on stage.
Nope. We forgot to do one thing, and then we'll have our guest in. Let's. One thing we didn't do.
Oh my gosh!
I know, we forgot the cheers. Ugh.
What?
I know,
All right, you
so-
guys.
Everybody, cheers out there. Chin chin.
Cheers.
Asante. Skull. Asante.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
I'm learning different ways to say cheers right
I'm
now.
12% French.
Okay.
That's what
We just
Ancestry
learned that.
said.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right, so let's move on to the most exciting part.
I think it's pretty exciting.
I think so too.
Okay, so my girlfriend is a really cool jewelry designer. And I've got to say, she has made jewelry for everyone, a bunch of cool celebrities, she'll tell you. But I happen to know Steven Tyler from Aerosmith wears a ton of her jewelry all the time. And I've got a bunch of pieces too. I just think she's the coolest. But I got to read you. I looked up her bio because, you kind of know people, but then you read their bio and some things totally hit home. So she's got such a style, but check this out.
And while you're doing this, I'll share some pictures for everybody so they can see.
Okay. Yeah. So part of her bio, just a little sentence here. Artisanal Gothic anthropology is the best way to describe her provocative interpretation of ancient symbolism and nouveau art. She breathes new life into forgotten relics and iconography, enriching them with precious metals and gemstones. So how cool is that? So I think she's just a really cool person. I actually reached out because I loved her jewelry, and I thought she was just a really artistic, amazing woman. And I invited her to my show in Seattle, and I was like, I'll give you tickets. Would you want to come down? And I had a couple of friends who knew her through fashion, and she did. And I just think she's the coolest. So introducing Shannon Koszyk, all the way from Seattle.
All right. Hi, Shannon.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Hey.
We got a cheers to you. Pretty good for a girl.
Everybody say hi to Shannon, please.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Cheers.
Great to be here with you guys. I appreciate the invite. I met Mindi, like she said, I think it was about 6 months ago. And I went to see her show, and she had me with the saxophone, but then the pretty good for a girl, I was like, okay, I'm just in. And she had reached out to me, like she had said, about the jewelry. I thought was really cool that we connected through something, that I do and something that she does. And so immediately we obviously took to each other. And she had asked me for some jewelry for a photo shoot. And then I got the picture from the photo shoot. And I was like, okay, this is so my girl. I'm ready. I'm in. So I'm just here to talk about the jewelry and sort of where everything comes from and how I got started. I started making jewelry because I couldn't find what I wanted. Everything was either way out of my price range or was too, I don't know, I'm a girl, but I'm not that girl. And I wanted something that spoke to who I was. But I don't like the really, really gothic, heavy-handed gothic jewelry. It's a little too like obvious. I wanted something that danced along the edge, that was more trend. Anyone could wear. Like my customer base is literally 18 to 80. So I wanted, which is like the biggest compliment ever, because I wanted everybody to be able to wear it. And most of my customers are like Mindi. Most of my customers are very self-confident and are artists themselves. And a lot of the feedback that I get from my customers is, I feel stronger. I feel more protected when I'm wearing your pieces. And that to me is like the best compliment ever. And we've done a lot of market research, and what we found is some women dress for women. Some women dress for men. My women dress for themselves. And I think that's really cool. And I want to help empower anyone who's having a bad day or feels like up against it. And I can't leave the house now without this ring on in particular. I wear this one every single day. And it says in Latin and English, fortune favors the bold. And Mindi's got it on. Mine has diamonds in it. You can see.
Oh, come on.
The camera. And then every piece I do that has diamonds is double-sided. So there's always diamonds on the inside as well. And for me, that's sort of like French lingerie. You're the only one who knows it's there. And it's not for anybody else but you.
That's cool.
Also, gemstones don't really activate unless they're touching your skin. So I always wanted everything, all the gemstones, to be right on your skin. So I'm just going to talk about a couple pieces that are more of my like core pieces and what the inspiration was and where they came from. I
got a question before you go into certain pieces.
Yeah.
I love, the fortune favors the bold, this particular ring, but
Sure.
that's kind of your, I want to say tagline, but I see that with you a bunch, and it kind of is this overarching philosophy that I've seen with your stuff, and I think it's so strong and so cool. Can you talk about that?
I just feel like, you don't get anywhere in life playing it safe. Well, people know this. I mean, to have the balls to go out and play a saxophone in that world, you put your head on the chopping block every day. That's really putting yourself out there. And I want to help people feel like they deserve to get what they want. They deserve to be who they're meant to be. And if they need a little push or a little help, that's awesome. I mean, I get it from other places too. I mean, we all need help. So I think, there's a lot of religious iconography in what I do. I don't do it for religious reasons. I do it for spiritual reasons. I do it for protection. I think we all need as much help as we can get. I've got Buddha, I got Jesus, I got Mary, I got them all. And I think that it's about whatever it is that you relate to. I don't want to isolate anybody. I don't want to not involve somebody. I don't want it to become like a, secular. I really want it to be available for everybody. And so far, so good. I'm like, my cross section of customers. I love my customers. I'm really lucky. I don't have like a Barbie customer, which I would die. And a lot of my customers say too, I love the jewelry because it's not shiny. It doesn't look manufactured. It's something I can pass down to my grandkids. It's not trendy. And I really tried hard to, even though I work with sometimes I work with trendy concepts, I try to make it look like you found it, like in your grandmother's chest. I don't want it to look like something that was produced.
I love that about your stuff. It's not like the shiny gold jewelry or the shiny silver jewelry. Like, I always like stuff that's antiqued.
Yes.
And something that looks like it had a life before you.
Yes.
And I always think that's cool. So there's not a lot of jewelry out there that's like that, that's handcrafted, that's, you know.
And a lot of people are like, who's your competition? And I'm like, I don't think I have any. I think I inadvertently created a genre that doesn't exist. So I mean, there's a couple of us, but it's definitely, everybody has their own bent. But I wanted it to be, I don't know, like I said, something you could have found in your grandmother's chest and been like, this is amazing. So a lot of the pieces I use are ancient or very, very old, or some of the pieces like that Fortune Favors the Bold Ring, I just made this up. And I found the quote late at night in college on a website somewhere, and I kept it because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but this is so cool. Somebody has to do something with this. And so when I started the jewelry line, I was like, well, this is a great sentiment. I mean, it's like, you know, I don't know. We all, like I said, we all need some help, and we all have bad days. And I think that the universe shows up when you tell it what you want, or you really put yourself out there. It doesn't do it if you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared. It's like, okay, bye, next. But I think that you really have to put yourself on the line in order to get what you want. And sometimes that's lonely, and it's scary, and it's hard. And I think that all of my customers are like that. And I still want to celebrate them too. So it's really fun. It's fun to work with people too who get so excited about what I do. Like there's some women who are like, I have to have one en route all the time. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So it's fun. And I order medals from Europe, and I have a guy in France. And when I get them, I don't know what's coming. And sometimes it's like Christmas. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like have it on, and then some of them are really cool. And then we take them and we alter them a little bit, and what I really do, I always say to people, is I paint metal. That's what I do. Like the casting is all done using recycled metals. So all the sterling is 100% recycled. All the bronze is 100% recycled. It's all made in the Pacific Northwest. I hand oxidize and make every single piece. Yeah. So nothing goes out of the studio I haven't touched or finalized myself. That is one of my favorite pieces, and that is a victory angel that Belgium commissioned after World War I. And on the back of the coin is the flags from all the countries that were victorious in World War I.
How cool is that? Right?
And I love her. I mean, like, who doesn't love an angel?
I love her. She like keeps me safe.
Yeah. She's awesome. And then I layered that one with this one a lot, which is an African sewing needle artifact. But I think it looks really cool. Here it is with the angel thing. It's sort of like the feminine and tough thing. When you mix them together, you got this very ethereal angel, but then you get this sort of, edgier.
Yeah, it on.
Yeah. Yep, she's got all three on.
Oh, I've got too much on. I gotta take my saxophone strap out of it though.
Yeah, there's
that needle. Like I would never think about that, but it sure is cool.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
And then they also did a series with lions, and that one is similar to the Fortune Favors the Bold, except it's a lion and it says Fortune Favors the Brave in Latin.
Hold it a little closer. Go ahead and just hold it right up to the camera.
That's so cool.
Even closer. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm going to go out of frame if I go.
No. Go ahead. Just
okay. Sorry, guys. I'm doing
there you go. Now you go. Oh, perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah, that thing's cool.
He's really cool too. I love him.
Yeah.
And then since everything that's been going on, people have been asking me more for symbols of peace. So I made a peace sign out of the angel.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
A little closer so we can see the angel. There you go. Oh, awesome. There you go. Right
that's
there.
Awesome.
Great.
Sorry, this is.
Yeah, that's okay. No,
okay.
Perfect. You did there really well.
Thank you. And then this is the big Fortune Favors the Bold bracelet that I love.
Okay, I saw you post that the other day. I was like, whoa, check that out.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely a statement piece, but I love this. It's actually really comfortable, and a lot of the metal warms when you wear it, so you get used to it, and you don't even notice it's on. Like, I can't even go to the grocery store without this ring on anymore. I feel naked. I'm like, I'm missing something. I can't focus. And then I did a new series where for years people have been like, okay, well, I have 15 of your necklaces. Can I just order the metals? And I was like, well, I don't know how to do that. So I came up with a modular collection so that each metal now comes on a ring. So you can also take the metals and put them on either your own necklaces or an existing necklace of mine. And
I think that the coolest thing I do with your jewelry, I just layer it all. Like I've got 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, you just wear them. Like, put it on.
I wear them all, like, and they're all different. You know, they're all different. I'm going to show you in this thing, but
You want me to go to the other cam?
yeah, go to the other cam.
Oh, I can do that. There you
So
go.
you've got, you know, like the winged angel of victory, but then you've got this stuff. But I've got a sack strap that goes there, so that's got to take up room, right?
You know what? We
Yeah.
should probably get this kind of like see if we could put one of Shannon's piece on that.
That's right.
All right.
But then, like, you go down, and I always like stuff hanging. So she's got
hold
this
it way up to the camera.
awesome, like, you keep going down, and it's this cool,
There you go.
cool stringy vibe that just flows in the breeze when you're on stage. You know, back when we used to be on stage.
Right.
Yeah.
But I love just wearing a bunch of pieces because they all go together. I've got.
I always say there's no right or wrong. They're all meant to layer together. I love this one on the leather with the cross.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's got super long leather fringe on it.
I think it just looks so cool because, you know, everyone wears necklaces like, you know, normal length, but you wear something like that and everyone says something about it. You know, I think it makes a statement.
Totally. And then I wanted to see something a little softer. So I did and I didn't. I wanted a version of Chanel pearls, but I didn't want them to be so traditional. So these are my version of Chanel pearls, but they have little skulls on them.
Love.
So
I don't even think people notice the skulls, you know, unless they get up on you and then they're like, whoa, because the necklace that I have of yours on here, it's like black leather, but they're teeny little skulls. So I'm just like that much badass.
yeah, no, and a lot of women say to me, they're like, I love that they have skulls on them because nobody knows they're skulls but me. And then they get up close and they're like, oh, that's a skull. You know?
And talk about, I mean, I know that Steven Tyler, I was on the road with Aerosmith for a summer and it was incredibly memorable, but I know you make jewelry for a bunch of famous people. But will you speak about some of them and include Steven in there?
Sure, Steven is, you mean he's easy. He's like the easiest guy in the world to put in jewelry. I mean, look at him.
I know, right?
Yeah, he loves jewelry. He wears everybody's jewelry. He's great. And I just think, you know, rock stars are a dying breed. I mean, we don't have a lot of rock stars left. And it's the swagger. It's like Lenny Kravitz and Steven Tyler and these guys, they just ooze style. Like they're a walking piece of art, really. So it's not hard to dress them. And then Steven, I actually make chandeliers as well. I don't have them up on the website right now because we just built a new website. But I do one-of-a-kind chandeliers, and he has a very large piece of mine in his house. And to me, the chandeliers are just the largest piece of jewelry you can make.
Oh, that's cool.
I love your chandeliers, and I mean, I think they're so cool because they're rock and roll, but they're beautiful. It doesn't look like overt, tacky rock and roll. It looks like expensive, awesome, almost antique, but not, you know. And so I totally see.
I like them to look broken. I want everything to look like it was pulled out of a house in New Orleans from like the 20s.
Yeah.
But the thing with the chandeliers is they take me like 5 days to make, and they require scaffolding. It's not a little thing, but I love doing them because it is like the largest piece of jewelry you can make. And I think that a lot of the stores that carry my jewelry are more traditional. I don't really sell to jewelry stores. I don't really sell to clothing stores. I sell to like interior design showrooms and to high-end gift shops that are really more traditional. And they always say to me, your stuff is edgy. It's like the edgiest thing we carry, but it's so beautifully done that it just doesn't read as edgy. And so I think for people who feel like I want a little edge and I want to feel a little dangerous, but I don't want it to be overt, right?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people say to me too, you know, I can't go anywhere without people comment on your jewelry. Like everybody comments on your pieces, and they'll say, once I found you're like the only jewelry I wear. So it's been really cool and really shocking, the reaction. And actually, when I first started, it was terrible. And so, you know, you get better as you go. And I didn't think this would ever get to this place. So it's pretty exciting that it has, and that people have reacted. And so I'm trying to do now, like I was going to show you guys these, I'm trying to do more for men. So these are just all of the metals on a really simple chain.
Oh, great. Hold it a little closer, please. Just a little closer. Yeah.
Those are so cool.
There you go. Perfect.
It's just like a traditional men's chain, and I put them on a bronze loop so you can take them on or off, or put 2 or 3 on.
Hey, everybody that's on right now, please, you can ask questions to Shannon. You can ask any questions you want. We could post them, and I'll see them, and I'll push them to Shannon. So.
Rosemary's like, uh-oh, Mindy's going to be buying some more jewelry soon. Watch out, Eric. No, he bought me this for my birthday
Yes,
a month
did.
ago. So,
Yep.
you know, it's not me doing the buying, but yeah, it's cool to have friends in high places. I love the fact that I can hang out with my creative friends. You know, it's like, okay, I do music. I wish I could make jewelry or paint, you know, or do stuff like that. I can't. But Shannon can. And I just think it's awesome to, you know, hang out and you inspire me. And not only your jewelry, but you and what you do and how you've created it and kind of had this vision. I just think it's cool. So
thank you. It's like, you know, I wish I could sing. Like I always wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be on the road, you know. I think that's cool. So I think you inspire me, and I think that my other artist friends inspire me. Like I always said, when I see really good music, for me, music is like air. Like without music, I would die.
yeah.
and so I said, well, if I can't be a rock star, I'd like to like dress them. So it's the second next best thing for me. And I always say, you know, I want my jewelry to be as good as the songs you write, or, you know, how it's the same thing for me, you know, as it is for you. And then I do a small line of candles. And I think these look really good together.
Check this out.
Oh, let me,
I got one here.
Yeah.
So,
and it's sandalwood. And by the way, our house smells amazing right now, doesn't it? It's awesome.
Yeah, the sandalwood is
Syrah and sandalwood.
Petite Syrah and sandalwood in the afternoon. It's
yeah. Well, I think candles are. I think the government should give out like cheese, wine, and candles.
Shannon, there is someone asking about it. How do you find out about the chandeliers? Do you just go to your website? And
I'm going to have a page up soon with the chandeliers on them. I don't right now. They're on my Instagram though. They're in throughout my Instagram, and my Instagram is Shannon J Koszyk. And also, you guys were giving a 25% off to anybody who's watching this through Monday, and the code the code is rock &wine. So
scrolling at the bottom of the screen here. Oh, by the way,
that.
Someone just they said they love the candles, but here there's probably one of the most important comments that just come up. If you guys could see that. Not to steer the attention away from you guys, but I just noticed that this comment came in. I'm just going to put it up. Hint.
Yes.
Thanks, Rosemary.
You know, you can't go shopping in normal stores, so I do know people. You know, those cool rings though too. The stackable kind of perfect looking, cool.
This one's been pretty popular. This is Fortune favors the bold in Latin, and it's just a simple band ring.
That's really cool.
It's a lot of guys wear this too, and a lot of my unisex.
There's a question here. It says from Linda, when are you coming back to Nashville?
Yeah, I know. We're talking about a trunk show next year. But we were going to do it last year, and then, you know, or this year. I think now I'm considering this year, last year.
This year doesn't exist.
But Nashville, Nashville is been good to me. I love Nashville.
It's been good to us all.
Oh,
yes, right?
Some of the greatest music in the world there, definitely.
I love that everything in Nashville comes back to music. Like every conversation is about music. Every conversation ends about music. I really liked Nashville. I thought it was cool.
What I thought about with Nashville is because I've actually made wine for people who, you know, sell wine there, like a retailer in Nashville, like a wine shop. And, you know, living up in Sonoma and Napa, when I went to Nashville, it reminded me of Sonoma and Napa because in wine country, everybody talks about wine and food. Everybody indulges in wine. It's everywhere. But when you go to Nashville, music is everywhere. And everybody
everything.
Yeah.
So
to me, Nashville was just like Sonoma.
Yeah.
But I'd rather live in Sonoma.
Well, yeah, I get the Sonoma Napa thing.
But I do like peg leg porkers in Nashville, though. So the ribs there are my home run.
Oh yeah.
I think for me, Northern California is utopia. It is my heaven on earth. It is the most amazing place ever. So I agree with you. I'm from Santa Barbara, but I live in Seattle. I've been here 25 years.
Good wine down in Santa Barbara too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just my husband's in tech, so we live in Seattle. And Seattle's fine too. Yeah.
So everybody on the bottom there, we got the little scrolly thing that shows the show special 25% off. And I can promise you that is not something that happens very often with her jewelry.
No.
She makes incredible stuff, and to get a little special offer like that is very, very unique and very special to us. So thank you for doing that.
Of course.
We're going to have a little music intermission, if that's cool with you.
Yes.
And we're going to put you in the green room, which is an awesome place to be, apparently. You have wine and you have all your jewelry.
Yeah, and this wine is amazing. I love this. Yeah. And the label just, I mean.
Pretty good for a girl
It goes
rosé.
with you. It totally goes with you.
That wine is sold out, but the next wine that we're going to feature here is Viva La Rock, because nothing goes better with her jewelry also is Viva La Rock, because it's all about rock and roll. This is a big monster Petite Syrah. We do have this one available in our wine company. And I already drank a couple glasses while you guys were chatting. I kind of reached across and grabbed them.
I got to take care of you.
So we're going to go to... So, Shannon, we're going to see you back for a little bit of wine tasting. Everybody, Mindy's going to play a little song, and then I'm going to come back on. We're going to talk a little bit about how to taste wine like a sommelier. We'll do that pretty quickly, but I think you'll learn some things when we do that. But, Shannon, we'd love to have you back when we do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, now what music would, obviously music that pairs with a big red wine. We made a whole playlist for this particular wine, but I have a song in mind. Anyone got songs?
So anybody want to chime in on what music would go with a big, bold red wine? So there's some members on here. This is a 2016 Petite Syrah from Mendocino County. So before Mindy plays, let's show you what Mendocino County looks like. It's crazy. It's out there. And what's the number one crop in Petites in Mendocino County? If anybody wants to chime in about that. Sorry, got a little distracted with the picture.
Wine?
So Momo, Bloom. I don't know. Yeah, we need something a little bigger though. Those songs.
Bloom's pretty big.
Bloom's pretty big. It is very big. So I think that could work. See this picture right here? This is Mendocino County. You can see there's no ocean around it. It's inland. It's a valley. It's Northern California. It gets pretty hot. But I could tell you this, if you look off in the distance, you see a lot of marijuana growing over there. The number one crop in Mendocino County is cannabis. Number two is wine, and it makes some great wine. So if you drink Viva La Rock, you will get totally stoned.
No.
And so please, we only have 10 cases, so order. No.
Stay happy for this shelter in place. As you're watching the news and getting more unhappy, drink. It'll make you happier.
Drink.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm going to play.
Yes.
Anne, did you want a little bit of Bloom? I'll play you a little bit of Bloom.
Oh, you're going to do a little Bloom?
Yeah, but I got something else in mind too. So.
Right. Oh, wait. I'm going to put you on the Mindy cam. Sorry. Sorry.
What?
I'm putting you on Mindy cam.
Okay.
There you go.
Now I'm not going to play in. Yeah, I'm still going to play in your ear.
It's Mindy cam.
Hi, Mindy cam.
Let me have that one.
See, fortune favors the bold. You asked, I played. Okay, so now I get to request a song. Shannon made jewelry for a lot of jewelry for Steven Tyler. He always wears big skull rings and stuff. And even though I was a part of Mindi Abair and the Bone Shakers for a while, I just wear the little skulls. But I mean, he's got these things that cover his whole finger and stuff. but she makes him a bunch of cool stuff. And obviously I was on the road with them a few years ago now, but it was so fun. And I love those guys. And there was one song I did not play on, but I would get off the stage and watch, and I was enamored every night. It never got old watching them play this song. So I'm just going to play a little bit of it. But this is Dream On by Aerosmith. And it was my favorite point in the night every night. You think you'd get, tired of it night after night. No, it's just unbelievable. So a little Dream On for you. For Shannon.
Yeah.
You like Aerosmith, huh?
Yes, I do. I like when my wife plays Aerosmith.
He's just sitting back drinking, having a good time.
Chilling.
He's like, keep playing, hon. This is cool.
All right, I'm going to come back to this camera. Ooh, I got it right.
What?
And by the way, you notice how much wine has left the bottles here? Well, we started about an hour before you guys, so
wait,
hopefully you caught up to us.
I haven't been drinking enough.
No, I've been doing it for you.
That's all right. I like you when you've had a couple glasses of wine. That's good.
Oh, stop it.
Oh,
There's guys out there. I can't do this.
Your mom's watching. Oh my gosh, your mom's watching.
Nick is watching from Arizona. He's a golf friend. This isn't guy stuff. I can't do this. It's not cool.
Come on, I just played Aerosmith. That was cool.
That's cool. You play Springsteen, it's even cooler. So
that another week. And we played a little Bloom too. That was good.
Yeah, we did. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about, this is a wine tasting as part of the Jewelry Trunk Show. It's easy to say after all that wine, right? And the music show. So let's talk a little bit about wine, because I'm sure that everybody wants to. My mom's watching the Yankee game right now, so I got to get my mom back to the New York Yankee. Hey, by the way, we should cheers once again. I'm going to cheers once again that all sports came back. We had golf on today.
And tennis. Tennis is my favorite.
We had basketball and we had baseball on today.
I'll drink to that.
And cheers to that. Cheers to sports being back. Save our soul, right? Who's going to save my soul? The Yankees are going to save my soul.
Well, we'll see about that.
I don't know.
You know,
Sorry, Nick. Nick actually worked.
I got the
in
Tampa Bay
baseball,
Rays.
so yeah, it wasn't for the Yankees. All right, so actually, everybody, it would be interesting to hear who your favorite sports teams are. So come on in and post them, and we'll put them up while we talk about the next thing here.
Did my Rays play today?
I know they probably played somewhere.
Venus Williams played today.
Venus Williams played in the doubles today. Yep. Yeah. So tennis is back on, and we will watch that tonight. There's Ann. Of course, Ann, you're in Brooklyn. You got the Yankees. I know you do. You're like probably right down the street from them. So that's pretty cool. Should we bring Shannon back in for the wine tasting? Well, yeah, we're going to bring Shannon back in. But Lorraine made a good point because Mindy and I lived at the beach for quite some time, and professional volleyball at LA is huge. And beach volleyball is back as well. So thank goodness for that. Probably one of the coolest sports on the planet. So we're going to bring Shannon back in to do the wine tasting. Right on, baby. Hey, Shannon. Hey. Got wine? Yes, I do. I've got jewelry if you got wine. Good. Finish this. All right, everybody. So please chime in. Please ask questions. This is your opportunity to kind of stump me if you want and try to ask your most darkest, deepest wine questions. Think about me as I'm your therapist of wine. Cork dork therapist. I'm your cork dork therapist. That sounds really creepy, and it is. Well, Mindy and I will talk about that later off camera. But I went to San Diego State. My mom's on right now, and here's a fun story. When I left San Diego State, I got my first job in wine at Kendall Jackson Wine Estates, and you guys know Kendall Jackson. 5 million cases a year. We used to bottle 30,000 cases in a day. So much wine, right? Almost as much as Mindy and I drink in a day in Hollywood. And my mom said to me, well, that makes sense, Eric, because all you did at San Diego State was drink a lot. So at least you're going to be a professional at it. So we all have our callings in life, like Mindy and Shannon. So this is my calling in life. So cheers. You found your happy place. Yes. And my mom was happy because now she benefits from it. Well, yeah, now she gets wine in the mail. It's great. So that's not terrible. All right, so let's do this together, everybody. So we appreciate you being here for this really special kind of jewelry, music, and wine show. So let's do the wine portion. So we're gonna go through a very basic kind of 4 S's here. This is a basic element of how we taste wine in wine industry. So I've managed some of the biggest wineries in the world, and when I sit around with the winemakers, 1, 2, 5 winemakers, we actually do this every time. So what we do is there's 4 S's: sight, smell, sip, and then the savor. So the first thing you do is you look at sight. Now, I can say that master sommeliers can actually figure out what a wine is without even knowing. Let's say the bottle's somewhere else and it's put away. They can, before even tasting the wine, they're amazingly outstanding at just doing the sight and the smell and almost telling you exactly what the wine is, vintage, place, region, the whole thing. Wine speaks so much from the sight and smell. Before the sip, we all go right to the sip. Pour me a glass of wine, and you saw me actually while Mindy was playing, and I start, sipping it, right? That's the best part, let's be honest. But there's so much in the sight and smell. So let's talk about that. With sight, right now, I could tell you, now this is going to be expert advice, Shannon, that this is a red wine. Right here, this is a red wine. And by the way, where Shannon lives up in Seattle, some of the greatest wine in the world, in Washington and Oregon as well. And I say that. Tremendous up there. But this is, joking aside, this is a red wine, but you look at the color, and as I was asking for the jewelry to be pushed up, Shannon, would you say this is a light ruby or is it dark ruby? It looks darker to me. Dark. Not even ruby, maybe garnet. It is garnet. Dark. Inky. Yeah, right? In jewelry terms, I think it's garnet because it totally looks, garnet. Yeah. So let's call this dark garnet. So what that tells us right away that this is not some of the lighter reds, Chiantis, Sangioveses, maybe even Nebbiolo, but it's definitely not a Pinot Noir, not rosés, knock out all the whites. And so you're focusing on heavier reds. Now, everybody out there, you probably know the heavier reds, right? Syrah, Malbec, Cabernet, Merlot, right? Those are the heavier reds, Petite Syrahs. So right now, anybody who knows a lot about wine or a little bit about wine, by just looking at this, that this is not all those other wines. You nailed it down to maybe 10 or 5 different wines that you can find in the store. So the legs, that's the next thing. So the legs in the wine, everybody, the legs actually tells you the viscosity or the density of the wine, which comes through alcohol. So if it has really pronounced legs on it, and I don't know if you can see this on the screen. You can't.
Legs.
Have ZZ Top on. Actually, drink it. And it tells you the alcohol level of the wine. So since this wine we know has a higher level of alcohol, so that actually nails some wines out of it. So what has high alcohol? Zinfandels, Cabs, Merlots, and Petite Syrahs. It knocks out the Syrahs. It knocks out the Malbecs. It knocks out the Mourvedres, Sangiovese. So think about that already. We just looked at this wine. We didn't even smell it. And we already know that it could be one of maybe 5 major varietals in the world just by looking at it. So, Shannon, let's smell it together, okay? So I know that you have to know wine living in Washington.
I love wine.
Yes, you do.
I know she loves wine.
Making that jewelry, that's got to be wine-fueled jewelry. I know.
Yes.
Actually, let me take a look at the comments here, too. There's my mom's really ripping right now. Oh, Edgar, the wineries and what? Let's see what mom says here.
Oregon, yeah.
Mom says, "This is my mom. Wasn't surprised. Remember, your great grandfather made his wine. He called it cheesing." Yeah. So I'm an ancestor of the gallows, by the way. We'll talk about that another show. So, some people here from Chile. Some of the greatest wines in the world. Cabernets, obviously from Chile. Amazing, right? Bocelli is a great singer. How is the wine? Bocelli's wine is one of the highest rated wines in the world.
He has his own wine?
He has his own wine, and I don't remember the name of it, but he lives in Tuscany, which, it's hard to make bad wine there, but he makes outstanding wine. And I would not say that about all of the celebrity wines. His wine is something that if you could find, you should definitely try. Okay,
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Someone just ordered some jewelry from
Oh, nice.
You just yeah.
Sorry. Let me see.
I just lost it, but someone was like, "I just ordered some jewelry from Shannon."
Thank you.
Yay!
So here you go, Mark.
Thanks for the great sack sounds.
Thanks,
and
Mark.
Chuck show.
Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for supporting Shannon. That's really special.
That's totally cool. Well, she makes it cool.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome.
Power.
All right, so Shannon, in the wine right now, not to put you on the spot, let's smell it because we haven't even tasted it yet. So let's smell it.
Pressure's on.
Pressure's on. And I know Petite Syrah has got a specific fruit characteristic about it. But is there anything that and there's no wrong answer, like what darker red fruits are you getting from this wine, do you think?
Pressure.
Did you say fresh herb?
No, she said pressure.
Oh, pressure. Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. I was just going to say fresh herb. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll give you that.
It is Mendocino.
I want to say like lavender. Is that wrong?
Oh,
very, very good. Excellent. And by the way, that's a secondary smell. So what Shannon just went to was like deep. So there's dark cherry, there's dried cranberry on this, absolutely dried fruit, like a dried cherry. But if you go to that second level, man, you could actually get that herbs in it, and that was lavender. Absolutely comes through. And the reason why, because Petite Syrah is perfumey. And that's why right here, a master sommelier that you see on TV would guess Petite Syrah, probably from California. Right,
I'm smelling sandalwood too.
I'm smelling sandalwood.
Yeah, I love sandalwood. This smells amazing, and I love wine that tastes like cherries too. That's like that dark cherry taste. Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, the dark cherry, and you get a lot of dark cherry on this as well.
It's like dense. It's not only cherry; it's like overt super cherry.
Yeah. Nick said dark cherry and tobacco, and Nick, you're 100% right. Tobacco, or it can come across as saddlewood oil or
saddlewood oil.
That's right. I said that.
It's like saddlewood oil.
Yeah, well, it's tobacco. It's dried tobacco leaves. Listen, Nick and I know what the hell we're talking about. So, all right.
I love anything that has tobacco in it. Anything.
Yes, we do too. And usually that has to do with a little bit of age on red wine. Sometimes the varietals will come out with that. But mostly that's about age. And 2016, which this wine was made 4 years ago, pre-Sonoma Mendocino fires, pre-pandemic. And this wine, this little grape was made back then. And you'll get a little tobacco or dried leaves on it at that point.
Yeah, I'm going in for more.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to get very political right now. Yeah, this is the wine is outstanding. The wine is outstanding. So
We're sharing.
So everybody that's hung with us this whole time, thank you very much. We're gonna get very political right now. Mindy's wondering what the hell I'm talking about. It's because I want to make a political platform statement right now. We got people across the country. We got people, everybody coming in and checking us out. So Mindy and I started our own party. There's the birthday party. There's the Republican Party. There's the Democrat Party. There's everything, right? Tea Party. You got it all. We are starting
Wine and Music Party.
Right? I'm down. I'm all the way. Yeah,
absolutely.
Who cannot be for that?
And I don't know who's going to run for office. I think everybody who drinks wine and listens to music. Yeah. So by the way, please join us for our wine and music party. There's no way to join. Just join us with these tastings and the music shows on Tuesday nights with me. So is anybody out there ready to be in the wine and music party? Please. Well, we got Jerry who's ready to be in the wine party, but you got to be in the wine and music party, right? So. Anyway, so thank you very much for going through the tasting with us. There's 4 S's. You look at it and you smell it, you taste it, and then you savor it, which is what goes on afterwards. But one of the things that is amazing about wine, as with jewelry, as with music, there's so many layers to it. It's not just about drinking it and loving it with the food and the music, but look at it and smell it. And that will tell you so much about wine before you even get to drinking it. It is one of the greatest things in the world outside of my wife's music. So
you're so funny.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for hanging with us on that.
No, I wanna keep going on what you said, because we had Shannon on here because Shannon is an amazing artist. And I think, so much of what wine is art. It's not just someone growing grapes and putting them in a bottle. Yeah. There's so much art to it. And I forget that. And when I listen to you talk about it, it's evident. And, I know music is art. I get sucked in and just, I'm taken away with it. And that's my life. But it does remind me when you talk about wine and
wine is life, right? It's life. It's like life in a bottle.
Yeah. It takes, as your chandeliers do, it takes forever to get this Petite Syrah to someone who lives in Arizona or Texas, and it takes thousands of people that I've been able to work with. And if you think about wine country, everybody thinks, big chateaus or wineries and wealthy people. No wealth can, or by the way, growers who are not wealthy that own little plots of land and have little wineries outside of, the billionaires, .comers that come to wine country, no amount of money can have handled the fires that we had. The fires were over the top, decimated our friends' homes. And then you have another fire on top of it. And then you have the pandemic that people can't visit the wineries and the restaurants. It is unprecedented in Sonoma and Napa, Mendocino, and California wine country right now to survive. I don't know how people are doing it. My friends and I all work in the business, and it is incredibly, incredibly trying times. But people keep buying wine online and ship it to their homes, and that's what Mindy and I have loved about everybody here, that you feel comfortable sending it home and drinking it at home like Shannon is in her studio. So that's really an excellent thing. So thank you, by the way. Thank you, everybody.
What? Ty Stevens came in? What are you doing?
He's not drinking wine.
He's not, but he's heckling you. I know.
Shannon, what is one of your favorite wines from Washington? Do you drink Washington wine since you're there, or is it because you have it all the time you drink other?
No, I'm terrible. I drink a lot of Provence rosés. I love, but I do like Pinot Noir too. I went through a big Pinot Noir phase, and then I discovered rosé, and I was in. Yeah, I went to Paris 3 times last year for shows.
Oh my goodness!
And they brought just table wine, right? And then I have some friends, customers who have a store up in Northern California, and they invited me to come to a trunk show, and they took me to a rosé winery, and I was like, okay, there's something about rosé that just, for me, I love a good red. Right. I like white too. It just depends on my mood. But I
think you like good wine, actually.
I love wine. Yeah.
You just said I like rosé, I like red, and I really like wine.
It just depends on mood, where you are, the weather, everything. But I do love a good rosé. But I do love a good rich red.
Yeah.
Too.
Well,
Yeah.
it all depends. We find that we drink wines whatever the season calls for it. So if it's warm out, we're drinking the rosés or white wines, Chardonnays, Sauvignon Blancs, Pinot Grigios. If it's cold out, we're drinking more red wines. It's amazing how your brain just kind of kicks into those.
Tonight we're drinking both.
Tonight we're drinking both.
Yes. Yes.
Yay!
I'm an opportunity wine enthusiast.
Nick actually added to my 4 S's. He said, don't forget about the final 3 S's, stagger, stumble, and sleep. It's all good.
Yeah.
We should have Nick in as a guest one of these days. He's a rock star. This guy he was a trainer. And Nick, I'm sorry if I get this wrong, but he was a top trainer for one of the best Major League Baseball teams in the world. And I'm forgetting the name of him right now. And he's retired now in Arizona. But this guy lived the the Major League Baseball. I don't know. I don't want to say because I don't know. But,
Sorry.
Yeah. It wasn't the Yankees, though, Nick. So next time, in your next life, you come back.
No, that ain't right.
You reincarnate as the trainer for the Yankees, Nick. All right.
He's obsessed with the Yankees.
Royals. Nick just said the Royals. There you go. Thanks, Nick. Kansas City Royals. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Shannon, it was our pleasure having you on. It was awesome.
It was great.
Yeah.
Lovely to be included.
And let's put up Shannon's.
Yeah, you get 25% off Shannon's jewelry if you go to her site.
There you go.
And is it if you buy before Monday?
Yep, until Sunday. Well, midnight on Sunday. So
midnight on Sunday. Just buy it now. Stop.
Just buy it now.
I gotta say, I'm just such a fan of what you do. I love who you are. I love the spirit behind your jewelry, and that's why I've just been so drawn to it. So it's cool.
Like we've all come through something, we've all been through something, and at some point, we will all go through something. So it's just, part of life.
It's the first time that Mindi and I, because jewelry and, with guys, we don't wear a lot of jewelry unless you're a rock star, which is what, the 0.001% of it.
Yeah, right.
It's the first time that Mindi's ever really been into a jewelry or fashion designer, and that I absolutely love everything you do as well. I mean, I'd wear the stuff that she's putting on, and she would wear the guy stuff.
My husband is from Philly, and he is a guy's guy, and he has my rings now on and my necklaces, and he's like, I lost my necklace, broke. You have to make another one. I'm like, okay. Like I love that men like it. It's cool.
Who is that? Did you say? I'm sorry.
My husband is
awesome. Yeah.
He never wore jewelry before, and now he's like, I get stuff everywhere. People love it. He goes, I have to have it on. Okay.
He's a good model for you. He's awesome.
And we need to do a men's jewelry, something.
Yeah. Men's jewelry people unite, because you got a little going on here. You could just,
just like
I can up my game.
I get a lot of men now asking, I just want a couple bracelets. I just want they want a little bit. Yeah.
But then it just keeps going.
So thank you for being there with us.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you for for coming on with us.
And,
we'll have you back at some point, but we'll do more.
Wait, her glass is empty.
What? That's heresy.
Wine's good, isn't it?
It's really good.
I know. But by the way, Washington residents saying California wine's good. I don't know. We have it on tape. Just gonna say.
All right. Well, go check out Shannon's jewelry at her website. Get 25% off if you're going to buy something, which is pretty cool. And aren't we doing a special? We're doing a 20% off, right?
Yes, we are. So we're doing 20% off.
See, you only know about this if you join us for the tastings. So thanks for coming for the tastings. Yeah. We just love spending time with you. This makes my Saturday totally.
And the most important part, join the wine and music party.
Yes.
ReserveTastings.com.
So we're going to say goodbye to Shannon right now, or we're going to say goodbye to everybody else. Okay.
Bye, Shannon. We love you. Thank you for being here with us. And bye to all you guys. We love you. We'll see you Tuesday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific time in the backyard. Peter White's coming back over. Yep. So we'll be playing some cool stuff.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
Yeah.
We have still a bunch of people that hang with us.
You can't even speak here.
That have hung with us this long.
What?
Would you play something else for the very nice people that have all been here with us?
What do you want to hear?
I don't know. Anybody have a song request?
I played Aerosmith.
Anybody have a song request?
I played Pretty Good for a Girl.
Right. Anybody have a song request? Yeah, just picking up the saxophone. Anybody? Let's anybody have a song request? Thanks for the night. Yeah, we got some nice. We said goodbye. I know that. But
I know. I was like, "What are you doing?"
I'm just gonna railroad you and say.
Do you have a song request, honey?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I want you to play Rachmaninoff's.
You are so fired. So fired.
We have a couple. I'll be your home.
Stars. I played that on piano the other night,
yeah.
right? See, that's so cool.
Well, how about
Cheryl? Cheryl is our neighbor, and so Cheryl,
yeah.
I gotta be.
Well, it's piano, right? I'll Be Your Home is more piano.
Well, I'll Be Your Home is a vocal song. Yeah, it's a song that I wrote with Dave Yaden and Candace Devine, and that was on my Wild Heart CD, and I love that song. So I don't have my piano here, but
we got a Charlie Parker, by the way. Ty is calling you out.
Wait, Ty's asking for Charlie Parker?
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
You're a jerk.
Yeah.
You're a jerk.
No, we had a couple joints. We had a.
Yeah, okay, that's all that. That's all I can remember.
We have a Lucy's. We have a couple Lucy's and a couple joints. So, how about we take?
Hold on, I'm going to take Cheryl for a second.
All right, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Cheryl.
Hold on, I need
Patterson.
One?
Cheryl Patterson. Okay, sorry.
If you've lost your way,
Boom, 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 boom.
know that I'm here to stay, and you just reach out your hand, 'cause I'll always stand by you. You don't get to sing.
I know Ty doesn't like that.
And when you're down and out,
Boom, boom, boom.
you've been left high and dry. Now you just call out my name. There ain't no shame in crying. Now we're getting to the good stuff now.
I'm not allowed.
Oh, I'll always be by your side.
Can I sing back up?
We'll walk the winding road, maybe. And I'll bear your heavy load. And I'll be your home. Oh, yes, I will. And in the darkness of night, you'll never be on your own. Oh, you don't have to go it alone, 'cause I'll be your home. Oh, yes, I will.
Was I in key?
No. No.
Was I in key?
Love is telling the truth.
Isn't it amazing? Like when you sit in your car and Phil Collins is on, you sound just like Phil Collins. But when you actually do it, thanks, Nick. But when you do it live, it just never sounds like Phil Collins. So
okay, Mark.
I'll leave that up to Mindi's.
Mark, you're asking for a song that I haven't played in all these shelter-in-place. I've done hundreds of songs over the past, 17 times that we've done these. And you asked for It Just Happens That Way.
Okay.
And I was talking to John Taylor from Duran Duran. John's a friend, and he co-wrote that song with me. He is one of the most amazing bass players on the planet. You guys know him from Duran Duran. You know him from being the, amazing looking guy on stage and playing those songs and writing those songs. But I mean, as a bass player and musician and writer, he's just a genius. And, so I was thinking, wow, I haven't played our song, It Just Happens That Way, which is the title track to my very first record. But I need John. So I was going to try and figure out a way to, get him close to the same yard so that we could get him in the fire pit, Yeah. But I'll play you just a little bit of it.
Go to that camera right there.
No, right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just play a little.
Go to the Mindi cam. There you go.
I got to remember. Hold on. What key was it in?
Oh, really? That sounds right.
That's all you get. But one of these days I'll have to have John over, and it's bass and sax, and it's so cool. So thank you for that request, because I never play that song live anymore, and I miss it. And I was just thinking about it. So you just, you brought it out of my brain.
Well, I think, is it time for us to go?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Let you guys have your Saturday evening, and are we still on this? Hi.
Let me change it over. I'll get you.
Let you guys have your Saturday evening.
We'll go to the Mindi and Eric camp.
And
there you go.
It's also so cool to have two cameras on our table. But we just thank you for coming and hanging out with us, and checking out Shannon's jewelry, and drinking some wine, and playing some music. So we hope you have a great Saturday.
We would have stayed here for 3 hours with you guys.
I know.
Nobody wants that. So.
We do.
Yeah,
We
I do.
Yeah.
I do. We love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with us, putting up with us, I guess, right?
Yeah, well,
this
I
is
get
what-
sprayed with champagne every once in a while. Hopefully that won't happen all the time. But, tonight was
Every
pretty
night,
safe.
every night we go to bed, I say this to Mindy, thanks for putting up with me today. Thank you for...
You're insane. All right. Cheers to you guys. We'll see you Tuesday for more, and we'll come up with another cool wine tasting and music, and who knows what else next time, because this is fun.
Tuesday night, P. White's in the house.
Petite White.
That sounds not very cool when I say it, but P. White's in the house. And then we'll do another wine and music tasting with a special guest in a couple of weeks, everybody. So thanks, everybody. Cheers.
For today, fortune favors the bold.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.